Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Matt Horn
is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Try the bitter.
Who's that?
It's actually quite drinkable. Go on, toast your noble boss, this thief of children. Or you could do better. Join me. Join the Rooks.
Matt, hi. I'm sitting here waiting. I think we're supposed to be talking about Assassin's Creed Syndicate right now. It's Lisa Norton, by the way, in case you didn't know that already. Give me a call, please. Call me back.
On the line, we have Lisa Norton talking to us from Canada.
Woo!
You're my first Canadian this year, I think.
Ooh, well then.
All the Los Angeles people are complaining about rain at the minute. I'd like to know what the weather's like in Canada.
It's quite nice today, actually. We've been having a really, really mild winter, and then it got cold for about a week, and then now it's nice again. We had the worst, coldest winter in history, in recorded history, in Toronto last year. And so this year's making up for it, thank God.
Now, obviously, I've explained the podcast to you how it works, haven't I?
Mm-hmm.
For anyone who's never heard my voice before, this is what happens.
Hello, and welcome to Matt Horn Meets. I am a computer, the Hawk 1000. I am here to tell you how the podcast works. Throughout the interview, both Matt and the interviewee will be selecting objects for use in the final part of the podcast, where the interviewee will be pitching a film idea. It should be noted at this point that the interviewee's responses are real and at time of recording, and none of the objects have been selected beforehand. Thank you, and goodbye.
And there we go. So, Lisa, are you feeling confident?
Yes, Matt, I am feeling very confident.
Wonderful.
Are you?
Oh, I'm always confident in these things. So, first object is sort of a joint decision between myself and you. It has to have something to do with your new sort of role within the Assassin's Creed franchise, which is, of course, Syndicate, which came out a month or so ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, what object would you like?
I would like an anti-aircraft gun, please, Matt.
An anti-aircraft gun? Oh, that's interesting. Aircraft gun. I'm writing this down, by the way, so don't worry if we need to recap on them later on. So yes, obviously, we need to talk about Assassin's Creed. Now, obviously, I've had a number of voiceover actors from Fallout 4. That was a big thing in December. We had Rise of the Tomb Raider. And usually the first question I have, Lisa, for them, is always, what was production of the game like for you?
Aha. Well, as you know, there's always a lot of mystery around these things. So, first of all, when you audition, you are given a fake name of the project, and the scenes you're given for your audition aren't necessarily from the actual game. They can be sort of a composite thing. So you don't quite know what you're doing. And then even when you get the gig, you go in and you're not quite sure how you fit into the world. You sign multiple non-disclosure agreements, but then they don't tell you anything anyway. So even if you wanted to tell, you wouldn't know what you would say. It was exciting and mysterious and weird. And this being my first game, walking into the studio and going into the mocap room was, just sort of looking for clues and looking around for anyone else who'd done it before and saying, any pointers? What am I doing? What do we actually do here? But everybody is really fantastic and the team really leads you through it. And I think because their operations, particularly in Toronto, have expanded recently, they're used to working with actors who are experienced actors, but not necessarily in that realm. So they are very, very good at walking you through and making you feel comfortable. And then working on the game was just a blast.
Of course, you said my favourite 2 words, mocap, which is my favourite 2 words at the minute. Everybody knows I want to get in the suit with the balls. What was that like for you? Because obviously it's a completely different kind of ball game when you're doing acting, isn't it?
You know, the first thing you have to get past is that everyone looks ridiculous, including yourself. So you think you're going to go in and be really cool and sexy and play these great scenes and feel tough, and and then you've got this funny suit on with little balls all over. You've got a helmet on your head with a camera sticking out. You've got little dots drawn all over your face with a little, not a Sharpie, it's with a little makeup pencil. And so you look silly, everyone looks silly. You get close to your fellow actors, your cameras clonked together. So it's all, acting is always a suspension of disbelief. But in this realm, you're having to obviously invent the scenery around you, imagine the objects around you, and try to look your fellow actors in the face and not crack up laughing because you both look so ridiculous.
Obviously, it's Assassin's Creed and it's got a huge sort of franchise associated with it. Had you sort of heard of the franchise before you knew what it was?
I'd heard of it, and I'm not a gamer at all. I didn't grow up playing video games. I don't have a system now. I don't know any of this stuff. And as I said, when I auditioned, I didn't know what it was. And once I got my script and knew I was shooting, I started Googling around and looking up sort of keywords from the stuff I was doing. And I said to myself, I think this is Assassin's Creed. I have a feeling this is Assassin's Creed. And at that point, they still hadn't told me that. And so again, arriving on the set, I kind of turned to the writers and said, is this Assassin's Creed? And that was exciting to me, not because I know it at all, but because I knew it was a big deal, and because I knew that friends of mine play it, and that they would be excited, and that they would get to, play a game that I was part of. And someone like me who comes from a theater background and doesn't play these games and hasn't performed in these games before, I'm still just wrapping my head around how many people this gets to and how big it is, because it's from something so foreign to me.
Well, of course, we can't go into who you're playing. We can't obviously talk about plot line. That's fair enough. But obviously we can talk about the fact it's about this sort of machine that allows people to go back in time through their minds and figure out the fact that they were assassins and have sword fights, basically. Which is quite a good idea. In retrospect, in that, they're now doing a film adaptation.
Yeah, so I hear.
With the wonderful Michael Fassbender playing the lead role in the film. Obviously, little has been put out about what it's about and how it works and so on and so forth. What are your sort of views on games being turned into films? Nowadays, it's almost like these games are films in reality, aren't they, really?
Exactly. It's interesting because if you think about, the first games that were made into films, if you were going to make, the Super Mario Brothers movie or a movie of Mortal Kombat, the games at the time were so basic and had so little character development that then it was basically a blank slate. Oh, you're going to make a Super Mario Brothers game. What do you need? They need to have a red suit and a blue suit and, mustaches, and then they can do whatever they want, basically. With these, it's more akin to, making a movie version of a TV show or making a different movie because, the scenes in this game, in many games now, are developed. There is dialogue, there is character development, there is background. And to keep the fans happy, the movie will have to be loyal to those things and to those fans. So it's interesting because, the games are becoming more filmic themselves. So it's not as much of a stretch, and it also doesn't seem as ridiculous now to make a movie out of a game,
I mean, if we talk about film franchises that have come from games, Resident Evil, which is obviously the most obvious, I'm hoping that they don't this up.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's got a good team. I mean, I think the fact that Fassbender and Marion Cotillard and their director on the recent Macbeth movie are all the key team. So the fact that they've all signed on makes me think that it's not going to be garbage, definitely. And it sounds like Ubisoft is quite heavily involved and very interested in making it a product that's consistent with what their games are and what their fans will want to see. So I'll be interested to see it.
Well, it's time for your second object, Lisa. I know.
How many do I get?
Well, the next bit will sort of give you a hint. It's a 5x5 signed photo. Yes, signed. I spent all year doing it. Signed photo of myself.
Ah! That was my girly fan scream.
if it was your Assassin's Creed scream, it'd be like, "Arr!"
Yeah, that wouldn't really work in
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed. Ah! Every time something happens, no.
The question associated with this is that obviously you mentioned being in theatre before. What made you want to get into acting in the first place?
Well, the usual fooling about in school stuff. Actually, when I was really young, it was grade 1 or 2, we were doing a reading unit where you and your classmate take a book and you have to draw pictures based on the story, and you have to do different exercises related to the book. And my friend Kim and I, one of the things we chose was that you had to do a play based on the story. And so, oddly enough, we were doing, I don't know why we were reading Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, but we got up and did Snow White, and I did about a 10-minute death scene of Snow White choking on the apple. It was really over the top and so satisfying. And after that, I started recruiting classmates for little extracurricular plays where we would do, basically we would take, Disney movies that we'd seen, fairy tales, and we would do play versions for the class. So I was, sort of director and star, and next time around I got to play the witch. Was really exciting, and I got to play Dopey because that was a great comic role. So, that was just fooling around. But then once I got into high school, we had a really excellent drama teacher, Alan Hunt, who's actually trained a lot of actors in Toronto. He really inspired us to write plays, direct plays, act in plays. And at some point I started thinking, well, maybe this doesn't have to just be a hobby. Maybe this can be a career, and started applying for theatre schools, and I went to George Brown Theatre School in Toronto and started acting from there.
Well, Lisa, it's time for that fun part of the interview.
It's all fun.
Wow, this bit's my favourite bit now. It's so good you won't believe it, really. It's the quickfire round, which isn't a quickfire round, but we're saying it's a quickfire round.
We're saying it's quick, it's not quick, but it might be a little quicker.
Pretty much, yeah. What the idea of this is that you have a choice of 1 to 5 objects that you choose personally in exchange for the same amount of questions about your own acting career.
Okay.
This is a free choice from you, and you get to choose from my ISU, or as I like to call it, the Imaginary Storage Unit, which in effect is like the TARDIS meets Sherlock's Mind Palace.
This is the nerdiest thing I'll ever do in my life, Matt Horn.
Probably, yes.
Thank you. I understand about every third word of what you're saying in this interview.
How many objects would you like?
7.
You can't have 7, it's only 1 to 5.
I was listening very well. I would like 4, please.
4 objects, okay, that's good. Okay, what objects would you like?
Any object?
Any object at all.
Any object in the world.
It could be stuff you hate.
Oh, wow. Okay, I would like a shovel.
Okay.
A frog.
A frog, yeah.
A bowl of soup.
Bowl of soup, yeah.
A Band-Aid.
And a Band-Aid. Okay. Okay.
Delicious.
I'm going to get cocky now, Lisa.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I am. If anyone from Ubisoft is listening, this is the new Assassin's Creed game right here.
Assassin's Creed Band-Aid frog soup.
Assassin's Creed Horn. Anyway, 4 objects, 4 questions about your acting career in the quickfire round, which isn't a quickfire round, but we're saying it's a quickfire round. You were in a TV series in 2011 called Detention Air.
Yes.
Have you ever been in detention?
Oh my God, I spent the entire year of grade 4 in detention.
Why?
Oh, I was really, believe it or not, loud and mouthy. One day, I think I already had detention, and I mouthed off, and the teacher added another day, and then I mouthed off more. It ended up being like that scene in The Breakfast Club where Judd Nelson's just, and another, do you want one more? She just kept adding and adding and adding days, and I wouldn't stop, and she wouldn't stop. And so at that point, I ended up having detention for a couple of weeks or whatever, and then every time I mouthed off, it would add more. I was actually a really good student, but very cocky. I think I knew, like, that I could mouth off and goof around and still get good grades. And she was trying to knock me down a peg, and probably rightfully so. So yes, I have been in detention, Matt Horn.
Your second question. Well, it's getting tense now because you don't know what I'm going to ask. You were in a TV series last year called Reign.
Yes.
Yes. If you could reign as a queen in a particular time period, which would it be and why?
Interesting question. I don't particularly know if I would want to reign as a queen in any time period. Must I?
We can always chop off your head.
All right. Let's say I would love to be Queen of New York in the 30s and 40s.
Is that possible?
Sure, why not? All of my courtiers would play me to sleep with trumpets and trombones and pianos.
That's another Assassin's Creed game there.
Boy, they should just hire us to come up with the next games. We're really good at this.
Yeah. Your third question. It's going to go back to normality now, don't worry. Your third question now is, which actor or actress has been your favourite to work with and why?
Oh, there have been so many. And of course, because I work in theatre, I could name 100 people and none of your listeners would know who they are, except the theatre nerds listening in Canada. As far as film and TV, I'd have to say that working on the show Bomb Girls with Meg Tilly was quite wonderful. She's just absolutely luminescent and wonderful and brilliant to watch, and she's got such a great sense of humor and kindness in real life. A very interesting, smart woman, and quick to laugh, and silly and fun, and very open when you work with her in a scene, and very generous. So, hello, Meg, if you're out there. It was lovely working with you, and I hope that she's well.
I hope she's well as well.
Yeah.
Your fourth question in the quickfire round, which isn't a quickfire round, but obviously everyone gets the gist now. What advice would you give to anyone wanting to pursue a career in either the theatre industry, the film and TV industry, or the voiceover industry?
They are quite different beasts. You know, I guess the same advice that I would give for any is, to go for it and to never rule yourself out of anything. I think that, as human beings, we tend to do this, but as actors, we tend to do this. We get used to being pigeonholed, and then we pigeonhole ourselves. And so we think, oh, well, I'm not really that type, so I'm not going to ask my agent to submit me for that. I never play that type of role. I won't get it. Or oh, no one ever breaks into voice. Why bother? I think, as far as, for me, being a stage actor who came to film and TV and voice quite late, I guess. I didn't do any film and TV till I was in my 30s. I thought of myself as, oh, I'm just a stage actor. I'll never do any film and TV. And then, did a thing and then did another thing. And not that I'm working in it all the time, but it took a long time of being on set and still thinking, oh, I'm just a stage rat. What am I doing here? I don't fit in. And then realizing, no, I do belong here and I do have something to offer. So don't sell yourself short and don't rule yourself out of things, because if you go for it, who knows what you're capable of?
Sub-question there. If someone offered you a part in either a theatre production or a film and TV production, would you be more sort of angled towards the theatre?
It really depends. That's a great question, because I love both in very different ways. Working in film and TV can be really exciting and intense. On the other hand, there's a lot of waiting around. So you sit in your trailer for 8 hours and then show up and have to do a big scene and burst into tears. So that's challenging. It can sometimes get boring, all the waiting around, frankly, waiting for everyone to set up. But then it has those brilliant moments of connection. With theater, you have the gratification of telling a story beginning to end each night and having that audience energy in the air. So I'll never give that up. I mean, I'd love to continue to work in many different media, but I will never stop chasing the theater dream, because that's the first bug that I got, and it is a really strong and persistent one. And that is a powerful feeling when you're in that room and feel a group of strangers become one. It sounds cheesy, but it really does happen, and that's an amazing feeling. But if I were offered one and the other, I mean, frankly, it also does come down to money sometimes. which balances out, because if you do a 6-week theater gig or if you do 2 days on a TV show, it's not the only thing that film has to offer is money. Obviously not. It's a really fun job and can be very satisfying. But that's often part of the equation, that you hit the jackpot if you get a big thing in TV or film.
It's time now for the bit of the podcast I don't like.
Oh,
Popular demand, I wanted it.
oh, the curse of popular demand.
Yeah. And basically, it's now time for Ask Matt Anything. And this is the part of the podcast where I flip my role to Lisa. She can ask me anything.
If you could interview anyone at all, who would it be?
Everyone knows the answer to that question.
Do they?
Yeah. Yeah, everyone knows the answer is Benedict Cumberbatch. Everyone knows that.
Good one, good one.
Go on, have another one. Have another go.
All right. If you could spend a week with Benedict Cumberbatch, where would you go?
Oh, that's a good
And
question.
why?
Do you know what? Actually, I think he'd enjoy it as well. I would let him spend a week in Leicester because he had that that thing, that burial for Richard III. Now he's distantly related to Richard III, and he was only there for like about 2 hours, 3 hours, and I think he missed out on the wonderful Leicester scenery. I mean, the only thing that he could probably enjoy is the Dewey Wall Baths, which have been there since Roman times.
Oh, that sounds good.
And the Space Centre.
And the Space Centre? You're kidding. The Richard III Space Centre.
No, it's not the Richard III one, it's just the Space Centre that NASA have done, I think, or National Space Centre. That's all I know about it. I've never been there myself.
You can go with Benedict Cumberbatch when he comes to visit you.
Just to annoy Lisa a bit more, there's a toilet factory as well. There you go.
I love that if you could spend a week with Benedict Cumberbatch anywhere in the world, you choose the toilet factory and the Space Centre in Leicester. It's very romantic.
Romantic? What are you trying to say, Lisa? Dear. No, there's probably a better place. To be honest, I'd happily do that kind of documentary where they follow A-list actors around and spend a week with them. It'd be the other way around.
In their life, which would probably be pretty bizarre.
Yeah.
Someone with that level of fame and just getting a window on that.
But anyway, it's time. It's time now for the improv bit. This is the bit we've all been waiting for, Lisa. To recap, an anti-aircraft gun, a 5x5 signed photo of myself, a shovel, a frog, a bowl of soup,
God, I love these things.
And a Band-Aid.
A shovel, a frog, a bowl of soup, and a Band-Aid.
Yes. And the question is what do you do with all these objects? And the answer is, pitch to me an idea for a 5 to 10 minute short film.
Why did I choose so many objects? I should have written them down. Okay.
Anti-aircraft gun, 5x5 for me, the shovel, the frog, the bowl of soup, and the Band-Aid. Now, your shock, I just want to tell the listeners about your shock. People think that we sort of organise this so that you know what the objects are ahead of time. That's not the case, is it, Lisa?
But I chose some of them. God.
Yeah.
What is wrong with me?
To be honest, you've chosen all of them.
Okay, I'm writing these down right now. This is my nerdy part of the show. A frog and a Band-Aid. Okay. And a shovel. Well, obviously it's a cartoon. And, oh my God, Matt, my mind is drawing an absolute blank. Okay, a 5x5 photograph of Matt Horn comes to life and goes on an adventure through different time periods. Luckily, he has his magical frog friend, who is his sidekick, whose name is Band-Aid. Band-Aid the frog and the photograph of Matt travel through time, and at one point they find themselves having to carry out a battle with their anti-aircraft gun and their shovel. They're able to... Oh my God, Matt, this is horrible. I chose the absolute worst objects. I'm no good at this. I give up.
Well, you sort of going a bit Assassin's Creed there, weren't you?
I did. I was going for an Assassin's Creed thing, and then I
It was a good attempt.
No, it really wasn't.
Obviously, I'm going to have to ask, what would you call this short film? Short film.
It's called Matt and Frog.
Matt and Frog. The funny thing is, people always say that once they get off the line, they always think of a better idea.
Oh, yeah.
5 minutes later. Oh, dear.
I'll write a whole treatment and I'll send it to you tomorrow.
Oh, you're too nice. Just for trying, I'm going to be nice. You get a reward, which is a 1 minute plug. So with that 1 minute plug, you can plug anything. Obviously, you're going to have to plug the game, but you can plug any future projects.
A cartoon that I've been working on called Atomic Puppet will be coming out on Teletoon here on Disney XD in America. I'm not sure about the UK and beyond, but Atomic Puppet is a fun cartoon series about a boy and a superhero who has been turned into a useless puppet and can only power up with the help of his superfan, Joey. And I play Joey's friend, who is one of the few people in on the secret of Atomic Puppet. And that will be coming out soon. I know they're still working on the artwork, so I don't have a date yet to tell anyone, but look out for it. And I play Pauline, who is kind of a scrappy, fun tomboy character. And yeah, of course, play the hell out of Assassin's Creed, everyone.
Which is out in all good gaming stores now.
It's out now, in all the formats, yeah.
Well, Lisa, it's been a pleasure interviewing you.
Thanks, Matt. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Obviously, we'll have to get you back.
Yeah, obviously. I'll come hang out in Leicester with you and Benedict Cumberbatch.
It's not going to happen.
Remember what I said, Matt. You never know. Anything can happen.
If it happens, I don't even know what to think. Thanks very much for your time, Lisa.
Thanks so much to you.
Bye-bye now.